Alright boys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to install the level 10 non-league database courtesy of the FM editors team. Big shout out to Steve who runs that alongside Dan as well. I've downloaded both of their databases in the past. Them two have both come together and put out what is probably the best database out there. We all like the non-league stuff, so big shout out to you guys for getting it going so early in FM22. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where you download it from. The links are directly down below. There's two files that you need to get in your game to make it work. I'm going to show you where to put them, how to get it installed, and then just a couple of tips and tricks to get the game going. And then at the end, we're going to look for a few little clubs that I think are going to be good to manage in FM22 using this extended database. If there is any fantastic clubs, I'm feeling like doing a little mini series on this database and other databases and clubs especially that we may not come across in today's video. If there's any fantastic backstories to any clubs down in non-league that I'm not aware of, by all means put them down in the comments and I'll do a bit of geeking up for another video probably next week. Alright, let's get into today's video. Smash a like on today's video for me. If you're interested in non-league kind of stuff, I am starting my Athletic Club York save this Sunday night, 7 PM. So make sure you subscribe. Starting in the 6th tier with a fan-owned club that I've created, and we can only sign Yorkshire players. So make sure you go and check that out. Right, let's dive in. You need to head over to FM base first. Okay, so in FM base, you've kind of got to get past the absolute cobweb of adverts, but the first link that you need is the FM Editors Team Extended English Database. Just quickly press download. The other pack that you need, the second download link down below, is this one, the data pack and transfer update. I believe there was a little issue that's come up, so this is a way of working around it. Don't ask me about the details. I just know you need to put this one in the game as well. Once you've downloaded both files, you'll find them in your downloads folder. Only takes like a second. There's no like extracting like you have to do with the images and stuff like the logo packs. This is very, very simple. All you need to do is cut them both, and then you're going to head to obviously your documents, Sports Interactive, Football Manager 2022, Editor Data. If you've not got a folder, just call it Editor Data. In there, paste it in there, and there you go. There are my two files along with 3 files that I've been putting together for my York City save. All right, in the game, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. So, first thing, obviously, start a new game, career. In here, top right button, Football Manager, and you need to select both files here. Press confirm. Go to advanced setup. Right, so here are the regional divisions. What you want to do, get to level 10, get them all in. All right, the second thing, the most important thing you need to do to get your same, as you can see here, there is not an option to you to start a game. So what you need to do is go and pick a league. Now, recommendation, because it's a small league, go Scotland for me. Put the top tier in, all right, and then it opens it up, and then you just need to start the game in that nation, all right. One thing I would suggest is heading into your database thing up here. So I've got it as a large database. What I would do to give all the clubs an opportunity to fill their squads with real players and to get a little bit more realism, especially there is a high turnover of players. You'll be offering amateur contracts, non-contract players as well. What I would do is go into advanced. In regions here, I would go down to UK and Ireland and players of nationality. Basically, this has jumped it up. This is nearly, I think it's doubled. Does it double it? It nearly doubles. It adds 18,000 more players into the game. This then gives you the opportunity to have more players in the game, more easier to sign players, etc. There's a lot of leagues, a lot of teams that have been added from this database, so that's what I would do, just to give you a few more options in terms of signing players. Right, once you've done that, down here, a few people may tick this, add players to playable teams. There's a lot of leagues, a lot of teams in this database that maybe don't have the full quota of players. If you tick that, players from that database, from your database, will then be added to teams. Now, I don't do that. I keep it unticked. If clubs start the sort of like pre-season with 4 players, then they'll have time over pre-season, especially when you've put in this custom database up here, added all English and British players. They should then have the opportunity to get plenty of players in over pre-season. And then as a little bonus, I would always tick the earliest database available. So for Scotland, because it has to be Scotland, tick the 28th of June. It then gives you more time, especially if you're starting in the lowest tier and you might only have 3 players. It gives you so much time to get a squad together very early and then get some friendlies played with your new team and your new squad. All right, once you do that, just press start game. Right, boys, and there you go. The game is ready. So, if you look, England teams, you go down to level 10, you've got all of these divisions. Absolutely crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a few teams that I think you should be looking at in FM22. All right, the first one is kind of York City's old side, one of York City's main rivals. It's Scarborough Athletic. Now, they folded in 2007, former Football League club that are now find themselves in the 7th tier. They progressed pretty quickly through the leagues when they got through from 2007. They've got into the 7th tier. It's the league below the Vanarama North. But since then, they've had a number of years at this level and just failed to really kick on. Now, I think the good thing about Scarborough Athletic is you've got a fantastic new stadium. To capacity already at 2,800 and synthetic, so that'll be a problem with going to Football League. But just the little bit of a base there, to get you going. Fantastic facilities at this level. Right, and the next one is Bury AFC. Now, officially, they are not Bury who were expelled. This is the fan breakaway. So once the club was kicked out of the league, Bury AFC started with a number of fans. Now, Bury, as in the football club Bury that was in the Football League, is still technically a football club. It is still a thing, even though it's not in a league and no players. So this isn't sort of like a Phoenix club. If anything, it's sort of like a bit more of a fan protest club. So yeah, you're not playing at the Bury Stadium, you're renting a stadium. So it would be good to get Bury back in the Football League. I think they've probably been as high as the Championship. They've even been in the top flight, I think, back in the early days. So yeah, another long, they're in the lowest tier. They're in the lowest tier, so that will take some serious building from the 10th tier. Now, the next one we're going to take a look at is Macclesfield. There's two teams in it, I think, that are quite good to manage. So, Macclesfield, obviously, you work where Robbie Savage, ex-Premier League footballer, now football pundit, has taken over direct football. The new owner has come in and spent a lot of money, bearing in mind that they were in the 10th tier at the time. Media prediction first, you'll have, I think, a fair bit of money in terms of the non-league level. You've got quite a decent backing in terms of fans as well to come through and pay valuable money through the turnstiles. They've put a new pitch in as well. It's a 3G pitch. A club that I think you can get going pretty quickly through the leagues due to the amount of fans that they already have. Money at this level is key. Can you get Macclesfield back into the Football League? Now, also in this division is a team called Northwich. Now, I actually thought these had folded. I thought it was a case of sort of like, because similar story to Macclesfield. Macclesfield folded. A set of fans then started a new club, and I thought this was the case with these. However, there is two clubs in Northwich. There is Northwich Victoria, and there is 1874 Northwich. They play in the league below. This is the fan-owned club, who basically started towards the back end of Northwich becoming... This club was owned by a very shady, dodgy owner who actually then failed a fit and propers test. So they had a breakaway club. However, this club stayed where it is. So you've got two choices. You either stay with a club that's got a little bit of history. I think they were in and around, I think Northwich were in and around the Football League in the very early days, and then sort of like were in and around the Vanarama North, etc. at times. So you've got them. I suppose they're classed as the bad boys. I don't know, as a bad team. Their fierce rivals are the breakaway club, 1874 Northwich. They're in the league below. Now, they are predicted to finish 17th. So you've got a little bit of it. They don't have a stadium either. They're playing at this. I love the face, some of the logos, some of the stadium packs in here. Absolutely brilliant. They're playing at Townfield. So you've got a little bit of a choice there. Witcham Park, where Northwich Victoria play. There you go, 4,800. Nice little ground in terms of capacity. Media prediction first as well. So there you go. Which side of Northwich are you going to manage? And then the last one we're going to look at is Glossop. They're in the 8th tier, so not right down at the bottom. However, they are the smallest club who have played in the English top flight. Glossop North End played in the English top flight, so essentially the Premier League, before it was called the Premier League, in 1900 for one season. So if you want the ultimate rebuild, here it is. Glossop North End, Tier 8 to the Premier League. Can you get the little old Glossop North End back to the Premier League? All right, guys, that is it. If there's any suggestions for saves, I'm going to be diving around and having a little look around of these clubs and leagues. If there's any other clubs that you think are going to be fantastic save choices for FM22, we're using this database, put them down in the comments, and I may do another little video on teams to manage in this series. All right, thank you very much for watching, guys. Take care. Make sure you like, subscribe, and check out my new series. Starts Sunday night, 7 p.m. Yorkshire or nothing. All right, guys, take care. See you later.